You know who gon' find you? Some old man fishing. Grandma wishing you're the best, but it's hard to digest with the sound of your chest. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. 1, 2, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. On my yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. On my big baller. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. On my fly lady. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. On my street people. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. It's got y'all bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Man, that's got you bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. It's got y'all bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Come on. Right, I got y'all bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Can do now. Yo, 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 when I step up in the place, say yo, I step correct. All in check, I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check, and you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check, throw your hands up in the air, don't ever disrespect. I got you all in check, bust the rhymes up in the place, true indeed. Yes, I got the record, that's word on my feed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide rockers make the world stampede. Yo, Willie, make we roll some mad charge. Now I must proceed. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Beast to make me fight Q-tip, Ali Shaheed. Watch me out like Apollo Creed. Body, making you just feed off dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just read. Hey, you can read all about the pure breed. Do the noble dance, my duty, let my seed. When I step up in the place, say yo, I step correct. I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check, and you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. I got you all in check. How dare you ever try to step on my suede shoes? Top Gun shut down your firm like Tom Cruise. Please let me get down and blow a fuse. Acting fool, break it way down to molecules. Yo, let me hit you with my ill street blues. Bust the rhymes, always headlines, the street news. Hey, baby girl, don't be confused. Sell my 17s and enjoy my boat cruise. I know you really wanna know who's coming through, leaving residues. Sorry, homeboy, but your flow sound used. Got to pay your dues, baby, you know the rules. Whenever I travel the world, I land cruise. If you choose to, how you get. Now I got you on super unleaded fuels. Give me room, give me some space, your excuse. When I step up in the place, then yo, I step correct. But I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. But I got you all in check, and you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. But I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never.
You're now rocking with the best. Bust the rhymes coming through from the Footmode squad. Boy Scouts who I be, straight to your dome. We coming straight to your dome, bringing all you rockers to all you rap.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Jake Bates now, ready to get this one started. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. And first carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss. First play of the game. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And this gets the whole way down to the 11-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
It's Sampson running out of the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Williams from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Not thrown in the direction of DJ Moore. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. You know, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can he make offensively?
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. There on the tackle, the rookie out of Auburn.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. On 4th down, it's Williams. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And we will have this to up around about the 15-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Lions have a first down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for that defense. You pin him back. It's a terrible field position. You run the ball, but they run it right down your throat and move the chains. That stings.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Bronco 80.
Motioning Watson left. Going to the ground again on 1st. Breaks the tackle. Has room down the left sideline. 30. Gets the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And a great play comes to an end. He's out of bounds just inside the red zone. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Williams to throw on first. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Williams thrown again here on 2nd down. He's got a man left. This one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
Kate, I was on the field with a young high school quarterback just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
Touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. Maybe worse, Brock. It's going to bring up 4th down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took the shot. They just couldn't finish it. Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for in the call sheet.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Come on. 60 Bearcats. Viking 18.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's going deep this time. And oh, he drops the deep shot. A big play to start the game, but it slips through, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. And that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Let's go. 19 Lions. 70 Lions. Let's go.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Putting the tight end in motion. They give it to him again. And this hasn't been the common side of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
He's got his man. This is Austin. get this down to the 28.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Cougar 19.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And a nice little run there gets him 5. Second down upcoming.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Another carry for it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Pick up a 5 on that play. That is good for Detroit first down. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. The Lions out in front. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. Lions well within striking distance. Lone back gets the handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
He finds his running back. Nice work, complete.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third down from the gun. Hit, the ball is out. Bears say they got this one, and they did. Look, we can spin positive here, Brock. You take away the ending, and that drive was outstanding. It was everything they were hoping for. Unfortunately, all that work and efforts, it's gone.
Hey, Kate, Cal, how important were those finals?
Pretty important.
Yeah, so was that ball security right there.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Connection made. Kyle Monunga. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Working from the gun, Williams. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for third down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Third down, here's Williams. And that's a win for the pass rush. Shazy threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
We'll start from the 39. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Ready? Hiking 18. Let's go.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
That's good. For the Lions. First down.
Let's go
A
now.
gain of 26 yards.
From the red zone on first. He had it for a moment defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, third down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
50.
Back to the well again. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first. They're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Here we go. Shot. Ready.
Looking to throw on first and goal. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions out lead by 10. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, it turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Nice field position here. Bears getting set. First and 10.
What is up?
Starting on the ground here with Sampson. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Let it up.
To throw, Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He's looking for Colston Loveland. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Let it up.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's Cox. This is Loveland. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
Dad, let it up. Dad, yeah. Vegas.
Now Williams. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
2nd down. Still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Here's Williams again. Has him on the quick hitter. And you do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Has it downfield, working the left. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop was made at the 5-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it. by adding all the extra yardage.
Again, it's Williams. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
To the air yet again, Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
On the jump.
The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins.
Drop 60, drop 18 Cardinal. Panther Street, Panther Street.
They go play action on first down. Buys time, rolling right. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
70 Lions.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Adrian Taylor Demerson getting there for the tackle. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Go! Panther 60, Panther 60. Hey, smash Bronco.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Lions have a first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Running it now out of the gun. Ooh, he made the most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that first down carry. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. Bates' kick is up and good. They add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw left side to Watson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Running for the marker on second. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. Back-to-back carries here. He's got the first down grab and still going. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. First and 10 from the 32.
Here we go. Nice.
Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go. 60 by 6.
They kick the running back in motion. Hand off on 2nd and short. Running in the red zone. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. They go with Monangai here. He's stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Williams from the gun. Dumps it off to his running back. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the 6.
There's no negatives ever on a great shoot for completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. To throw is Williams. Odunze's got it right side. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. Pick up a 34 yards on that play. And that'll be 1st down Chicago.
That's good for the Bears. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. This is Loveland working the right side. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He's going to throw it again. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that side.
Yes. Tempo. Yes. Hey.
Williams to throw. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Vegas. Yes. Tempo. Yes.
3rd and goal. It's Williams. And he scores. It is a Chicago touchdown. The Bears start the 2nd half with some needed points. DJ Moore, the touchdown. Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears chunk the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Bears 17. Santos kicking off for Chicago.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
19 Tiger.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Austin's there to haul it in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
19 Lions. Ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
A number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on 3rd down. It's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Williams throwing again here on second down. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Third down. Here's Williams. To the sideline. Oh, wasn't able to tap both feet in though. Incomplete pass.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And that return's going to come to a close as we reach the end of our quarter. All right, we reach the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Come on.
They've got a man in motion.
Go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
A gain of 12. And the Lions first down.
Looking in the air here. Throw left side, grabbed by Allen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Let's go now. Viking 18, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bob, 3. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Throw here, third down. Catch made by Austin. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be fourth and short.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. Trying to push this past the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Hop 70.
On first down, they'll run. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
You know why baseball coaches are called managers, Kate? Because they got to manage a lot of situations. And I've realized over time in talking to them, they love taking a situation, a game moment, and making it a team topic. That play, or that corner right there.
Avoids a defender. We got a foot race. And he's taken down at the 30. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They're throwing it. Pass him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Ready.
Takes the second down snap. Dumped off to his running back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
And I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. Defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, they just remind that defense. You not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they only get a couple when they needed, and they needed a good bit more, Brock. That's going to make it fourth down. An important attempt coming up here for Jake Bates. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. Bates' kick is up and good. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Lions getting closer to their 10th win of the season. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. First and 10. Shotgun snap. Looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to be second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Throwing again on second, Williams. Throw left side finds Burden. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Third down, they need 7. Throwing now. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And that's really one of the only things this offense couldn't afford to see happen, Brock. It's 4th and long.
Hey, third down, I get it. Give your quarterback some freedom, right, to make a play, even if he's got to work backwards. But it can blow up in your face as it did right there when nothing opens up.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's got it deep downfield. And he's out of bounds. But what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. We've got to pause here, and it is not a good one. Caleb Williams in some pain after that play. The athletic training staff heading out to help. Here's the backup. First throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tried getting it to Colston Loveland. And that'll bring up second down. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess. Even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. Connects on the crosser. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here.
First down.
From the red zone on first. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's second down coming up. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
He's going to throw again on second down. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Here he is to throw. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a fourth down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, oh, he just couldn't quite hang on.
All right, here we go. They nearly gave it away on the pick, but the offense still out there. They're looking for 6. Desperation time here. And all right, it's a touchdown in the final moment. So it's still very unlikely, but a sliver of hope now after that play. And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from them, a field goal to tie this game in the fourth. So with hardly any game left, they have time for this kick and maybe a couple plays. Oh, I think the Bears got to that one. Yes, Bears football! Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag.
Ready, ready.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Here we go.
Here's the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. So the Lions get the win on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Chicago.
rolling, baby. You know what time it is.